Whenever you're ready.
Is it going?
It's going.
All right, everyone. This is Kat and Eric, and we're here to talk about the MHL Mini Hockey League series. And we're going to talk about who won the Sherwood Cup, and look, it's a Sherwood Cup. And we're going to talk about the season and everything that went down, all of our shenanigans, and he's going to ask me a bunch of questions, and I don't know what I'm saying, but that's what today is going to be. Thanks for listening.
I think that pretty much sums it up. Welcome back, guys, to our MHL podcast. Today we are with the one and only HB Wombats owner, Kat.
Hard Booty Wombats.
The Hard Booty Wombats. She came in a very close second place, but this is episode 2 in our series of interviewing everyone who played in the Mini Hockey League Championship this year, as Kat has so thankfully covered. And apparently the cup is now the Sherwood Cup. It does say Sherwood on it, so I guess that's what we're going to call it from now on. We haven't really established many award names. I have a couple that I've picked out, but not many. But yeah, we're excited to be here with my fiance, my co-founder, my co-owner, the co-commissioner, Kat.
Hello.
As you guys can hear, she's really excited to be here.
Woo woo.
And
Wah, wah.
yeah, we're going to dive into some topics. Actually, that's a good one to start on, is some names of trophies. I guess the championship now is the Sherwood Cup. And we've only got a couple. I've got the MVP of the season, or the MVP of the playoffs, is the Lynn Trophy, named after my mother who has passed. And then we're going to do the highest save percentage. That will become the Meyer Trophy, because my buddy is the one who won it this year, and that's in relation to him. So that's why we've got that one, and that's pretty much all we've got so far. It's a pretty new league, but season 2 coming up pretty soon in the summer. We're really excited. We've got a lot of cool things that are going to be introduced, such as captains, potential stadium series games, things like that. A lot of the players don't know anything about this. Kat just knows because she's with me for it all, thankfully. But we're gonna talk a little bit more about the HB Wombats and their owner. So, Kat, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being in our bedroom together. Thanks for doing this for the third time. Anything you want to share about yourself, I should say?
About myself? I don't know about myself, but I do want to make it clear that the HB Wombats are hard booty wombats, because hard booties are what wombats stand for. They use it to fight off their enemies. They go into their little burrows and stick out their butts, and then no one can get in. And that is why the wombats are the best, and why my team is named after them.
That's all you got about yourself? Nothing more? No?
I mean, we're getting married, and you're pretty cool.
I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go with, obviously we've discussed what team you own. Why did you pick the logo / team name / colors that you did? Why did you pick everything?
Well, I picked the wombats, the hard booty wombats, because wombats are my favorite animal, because they have many exciting facts about them that no other animals share, like hard booties, and they also poop squares and little cubes to mark their territory.
I feel like we just went over this.
I'm telling you why I picked wombats.
Oh.
So that's why I picked the wombats, and then I picked my logo because he's just so derpy and adorable, and that just describes who I am. And then we put a hockey stick on him because obviously he's playing hockey. And was the other part of the question?
Oh,
The colors.
The colors, is there
Well,
a reason?
I wanted to pick orange, but someone already picked orange. So I picked my second favorite color, which is teal. And
Thankfully, I actually had a teal team. I had 8 teams, and luckily, one of them happened to be the Sharks.
so I picked the teal team because it's my second favorite color. That's why.
Well, yeah. So, now that we've discussed why you've picked your team, tell us a little bit how your team played. How do you? Obviously, you succeeded. You went 6-0, and then almost won the championship. I mean, it was a good series. I mean, the last game was a goal or so away, but I mean, I think I scored with 15 seconds left to take the lead in that game. So it was a really close game. It was definitely the most quick, action-packed game that I had edited or anything so far this season, which I just actually recently did it because we're getting close to the end. It's going to come out this Friday, the championship game, which is exciting. But other than that, I mean, you went 6-0. Tell us, how you did it. I mean, your team is so different than everybody else. I don't even know how to explain it.
You just gotta take the chances. You just have to hope that when you shoot it, it goes in. We were watching a game today and against my team and the Pucks, and I did some goals I didn't even realize I did. You just shoot it and hope it goes in and it rebounds or it just goes in the right spot. And
you took your left wing and you shot it from behind the net, and it actually somehow
it bounced off the other player's
the good
person,
old Crosby
off
bank.
mine, and then it just went in.
You have a lot of different goals like that where the puck goes in from an unexpected angle where no one else is able to replicate these kind of goals. Another one was there was a week where you bounced it off of one of the logos on the sides of you bounced it off a wall and angle it in. I've never seen that. Nobody else can do that. No one has the ability to do that like you do, and it's quite interesting, as well as I've noticed that defensively your players are always in a good spot. Even when you're not holding on to them, their sticks are still causing problems. So it's definitely important to have positioning, and you seem to put your guys in certain spots that work. Apparently, I mean, you went. What'd you go? You went 8-0, 9-2 this whole season, which is phenomenal. I mean, it was the best record in the entire league. I mean, I went 8-3, so you had the best record. It was a close one at the end there.
Yeah. I don't know. The only player I feel confident with actually shooting in is the
Right wing?
right wing, yeah.
Number 22.
Yeah, number 22.
Yeah, he's got a lot of your points and goals, and he did a lot of damage in the playoffs for you.
That's the only one that I feel like when I actually shoot, it's going to go in. The other ones, I just hope it goes in.
Yeah.
And I just hope that all my players get something in. And I think that's why more of my defensive players can get goals, because I try and shoot with them too.
You do have the most offensive goals. I mean, I would say Andrew the Loons have probably got the best defensive style, but when it comes to actually scoring with defensemen, I don't think there's any better team than you out there doing it right now, which is pretty impressive because, I mean, we've got a lot of good players out there. I mean, a lot of the teams are playing really different styles, and actually, speaking of different styles, you use the one hand on the goalie, one hand on a player technique. Do you find that inhibits your offense? Clearly, you are winning games, but teams such as Kessel Runners or myself and the Hornets, who use two hands on players, typically score more. Is that something that bothers you?
No, because I can block goals. You give up goals all the time. Obviously, that's not working for you. You just hope you outscore the person.
I think I gave up more goals in one game than you did in the entire season. I think in that playoff game against Pete when I gave up 7, I think you you had 4 goals against all season until you played me, and then you might have had maybe 10 or 8 or something. So, I mean, there might be some strategy to that. I mean, the best defensive teams, like you said, do play with one hand on a player, one hand on a goalie.
Yeah, and like I can get goals in, and I think that lets me play around with getting goals in with other players than just like my center or maybe just my wings, because I'm not just trying to get it to my center all the time and shooting it in. You know, I'm trying to make those goals with one hand while still trying to be like lacking any goals in my rebound into my goal.
Yeah, you instill a lot of fear in your play style. All the players do not want to play you. They always talk about how they don't want to play against you, but with the new season format, they're all going to get their crack against you, which is pretty exciting. There is no hiding from the HP Wombats this season, considering we are merging it into one division and everyone's going to play everybody. So
Yeah, because I never played Kessel Run this season.
At all? Not even a single
No.
time, huh? So that'll be cool
Never.
to see one of those matchups. Yeah, that'll be a really fun one, actually, considering how offensively they play and how good they are at getting it into their center versus your defense. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup goes. So tell me, what are your most memorable moments about the season? It could be whether it's just having everybody around or specific goals or anything you can think about.
Okay. I made this corn dip. This low-taste corn dip, and it's so good.
And that was the most memorable part of the season.
That
Nothing
was
to
one
do
of
with
them.
the actual event or tournament. It was a low-taste corn dip.
Yes. But, like, I did score some really cool goals, and, you know, I have fun with everybody, and it's nice to have an excuse to get everyone together, and I unfortunately didn't get to beat you, but I got to present the trophy, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. It's just fun.
It's just fun,
It's just
huh?
good fun.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to pose that question to everybody now to see what they think about it. What about memorable moments from games? Were there any games that may or may not have been yours, that could have been somebody else's, that you watched and were excited for, or goals that you were like unbelievable? Or I mean, we watched the videos on YouTube. I know everyone watches them. So do you enjoy that? Like,
Yeah, I enjoy watching them because, like, it feels like it's going really, really fast when you're there and you're playing it. And then when you're watching it on video, it feels like it's going slower and you see things that you haven't, like, you didn't notice before. Like, I didn't know that my goal, like, bounced off someone and in.
like a deflection you don't
Yeah.
realize. Yeah. And I think that's a really fun part about editing, because it allows me to really dissect and let everyone know. Halfway through the season, I let everybody, including you, know what I thought, what I saw was good and bad, because a lot of the videos didn't come out until way later. So, I mean, it's when you look at it, when you actually watch yourself play, you can definitely dissect your weaknesses if you are looking for them.
Yeah, and I also liked seeing, like, everyone get so much better. Like, those first couple games,
There's some rough ones.
there
huh?
were some rough ones. But, like, by the end of it, everyone was doing so good. And, like, even the victory? That's the team?
The Liberty?
Liberty.
She doesn't remember
Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah, so we're not sponsored by Liberty Mutual. But if
We're
you
not
want to
sponsored
sponsor us, we are accepting sponsors.
Whole Foods, hit us up.
And what was I saying? Yeah, the Liberty, they got so much better. Like, they weren't really scoring goals still in the end, and we had a sub in the last game. But, like, towards the end of their games, like, the last 3 games that they played was just, like...
More goals. There was more goals and more
Yeah, and,
more
like-
consistency in the game.
And it was, like, more fast-paced, and they seemed more confident while they were playing, and it was really good to see.
I feel similarly about the pucks, but not so much offensively. But I feel like once the pucks get their feet under them and who they need to control, then it'll come more. And every single time we give them a little bit more tips, and it's, because me and you played so many times together, we're so... I don't want to say veteran, but it's kind of like we are. Like, I don't know.
I mean, if we went to an arcade, we'd probably get our asses crushed. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Our butts crushed.
Our butts crushed.
But, like, in comparative to the people we play with, we're pretty good.
Yeah, and I've watched some of the pros on YouTube and stuff, and it just seems like no fun. They're just the same thing as just smash to the center and just smash it in. It just doesn't. There's no. Our games, I feel like there's more like tipping passes and like and passing plays and things like that, where we aren't always in the right positions and we don't always have our hands in the right spots. So it's kind of like a rush to see who can get to the thing first, and it kind of bounces all over the place, and it feels more fun and kind of organized, honestly.
Maybe that's just because, like, most of you guys play, like, beer league hockey together, and you guys know that you need to pass to other players, and it's a team effort, and that's why you guys play
There
that
is
way.
no passing in beer league, man.
Oh.
I don't think anything we do in beer league relates into the game of mini hockey, at least for me, not personally, other than putting the puck into the net. That's the only constant. Get the puck into the net. But, yeah, I mean, that's almost all I've got for you. What do you think you can do to improve your game this next season? And on top of that, are you going to, well, other than improving your game, are you going to implement any new strategies, or are you going to, do you have a little more of a hold on, we talked about dissecting your own gameplay. Do you think you have a good hold on other people's gameplay and how you can navigate around them?
I think you just have to be quick on your feet, and you just have to try and get goals in net. Goals in net, that's my game. Keep.
Good dissection there. Great dissection. No one will see it coming. Clearly no one's been able to stop you yet, so I wouldn't really worry too much about practicing in the off season, which for the record we don't actually do that. We are too far ahead, I feel like, and I'm really hoping that we get a couple different contenders this season going for the cup, but I mean, I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to let anyone beat me, that's for sure, but I would like to be the repeat if I could.
Oh, and then are we allowed to tell people about the cup?
Tell who? What?
Are we allowed to tell them about the cup and how it's going to change?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, they already know about it.
They already know about it?
Yeah, we talked about it last time, so every single time that at the end we present a cup, and so somebody can take it home as a trophy, and we started with a wine glass?
Yeah, a
like an actual
gigantic
cup.
wine glass.
And next we'll do like a, whatever we can find at a thrift store, like a big,
Like
I
a
don't know,
martini
coffee
cup or a
something.
coffee mug.
So it'll be a literal cup.
Cordial cup. The cups are endless. A pint glass.
So this
Maybe a beer stein.
This little
Oh.
this little Sherweezy cup, this Sherwood cup will be the cup that gets presented, but the cup they get to take home will be very varied, So it's pretty exciting. I'm very excited. Hope you're excited. I mean, we've got lots coming in the next season. Like I said earlier, we got Stadium Series. We've got a new format, which involves now every single game will be, instead of a game, it'll be a series, a 2-game series. So I want to play everybody in a 2-game series. I think that'll be really fun.
Will it be best of 2 or will it be 2 games?
It'll just be the 2 games. So it'll just be whoever wins those 2 games. I think 3 would be a little bit much for what we're doing now, and I'm going to see what 2 looks like on paper. I mean, it's likely I could do 2 and then maybe have some people play each other less times, but we're just kind of experimenting. The league is new, and we've got a lot to experiment with, including captains, potential Stadium Series game. Everyone's gotten everyone's gotten to pick a captain. We've got a whole new rink. We've got a new setup. We got a new microphone.
So now we don't have our janky board anymore.
Yeah, we don't have the bad board with the weird, like, our bad board had some troubles with some of the rods, as well as it was like inverted almost, so the puck would slide to the middle, and then we had a hole in the ice, like a little hole in the board. There's a lot going on with that. It was time to retire it. It probably had a couple thousand games played on it, so it definitely got its life for sure. But yeah, other than that, do you have any recommendations for me? Do you think I'm doing everything I can as a co-commissioner in the off season to bring things to life here?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of exciting stuff that's coming up, and I hope that, like, you know, maybe after this season or season 2, we can get some more people involved and, like, it just keeps growing and we get, like, I don't know, it just becomes like a thing.
That would be the dream.
Great.
But one step at a time, I think. And lastly, before we let Kat get back to her Animal Crossing, because I know she wants to. She's been playing Animal Crossing. She's very excited about it. She's going to sell some turnips. Well, actually, no, she's not.
I didn't get to be here during turnip time. Stupid
I would
work.
like your prediction of what you think. Give me some power rankings. Give me the standings, teams from top to bottom. Who do you think is going to end first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth?
Ooh, my predictions?
Your predictions this season.
What do I get if I win the prediction correctly?
I haven't planned any gambling prizes.
Okay.
But
Either way. So, I think there should be a prize if someone guesses this right, though.
Okay.
All right.
I will. If somebody does guess this right, I'll do mine today too. And if somebody guesses it right, there will be a secondary prize that goes into it. We just don't know what it is yet.
Okay. So, I think that Kessel Run is going to win.
And that's a good prediction. They looked really hot at the end of last year.
I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to start strong and they're going to end strong. I think Hornets will be second.
So the runner-up in the championship game.
No, wait, hold on.
Are we talking division-wise?
Wait, no, hold on. I have to...
My predictions were for...
No, hold on.
Okay.
I messed up. Okay, I think it's going to be Kessel Run will be first. Hard Booty Wombats will be second. Hornets will be third. Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to beat you this year. Sheer determination. Fourth will be Loons. And then I think Liberty is going to come back for a vengeance. And they're going to get 5th place.
And that'll put Pucks in last. It's a tough season. It's a tough schedule. There's a lot of good teams playing.
You know, I think it could flip-flop with the Pucks and the Loons, but I just don't see the Loons giving up enough goals to get that low.
So you think the Loons will be 4th, Liberty 5th?
Yep.
Okay, I think for my prediction, I think of something a little different. I think the Wombats, I think you will get the most wins. They know my weaknesses. And
Are we talking about wins or first place?
I'm talking about, like
who's going to win it all is what I was talking about.
Yeah. So the issue with that would be, where do you place if two teams got knocked out in the same round? Which will happen at one point.
Oh.
Because there's going to be... the first round will have 2 teams and both of them will get knocked out. So where do you put one over the other?
Most goals.
What?
Or most, wins, points. Most points.
So
overtime could...
So the record included with playoffs.
Yeah.
So, well, like I was saying, I think I'll even step it up. I'll step it up a notch on what I think. I think the season-wise, for the season, the Wombats will win the most wins. I don't know how many it'll be, and I don't think you'll be undefeated, but I think you'll win. Then I think the Hornets, I think I'll get enough wins to be up there. Then I'm going to play it bold, and I think the Loons are going to be up there. I think Andrew is aggressive, and I think that he will get a lot of goals, more than you would think. I mean, he struggled to score a couple times there, but I think he's good enough to get some wins that you wouldn't expect. Then I'm going to put the Kessel Run. They're just too consistent. I mean, I know it's starting to shape up kind of like last season, pretty much identically, but you could argue maybe the Liberty might have a chance, but I just think there's too many good opponents out there that I don't know if they'll be able to scrounge up enough points. But I do think the Liberty will then come in 5th, and I don't think it'll be far off the Kessel Run. And then I think that the Pucks will also be last.
Poor Pucks.
They're improving, and I think that in the playoffs, I think the Wombats fall again. Sorry. I think the Hornets fall. I don't know when, but I think that the Kessel Run will win. I think that he's a strong, competitive person when it comes to playoffs. The juice was there. He
wants it.
He almost knocked me out.
Really
it was very, very close. And the last game was only a goal away. The first game was him kind of getting his bearings, but once he had me, he had me, and he had me in a lead in the third game too. So, I mean, I think that he's got. I think the Kessel Run can pull off a mediocre run this year. I mean, it's all going to depend on the seeding and who plays who in the first round and who gets the bye. I mean, there's a lot that is going to depend on it. So, but with the predictions, that's going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank the HB Wombats, the runner-up of the season,
Hard Booty Wombats,
the Hard Booty Wombats owner, the co-founder, the co-owner, my fiance, soon-to-be wife. Thank you for coming on to this podcast for the third time. I've had some audio issues, and so I appreciate you doing this a couple times. I think it gets better each time.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have audio issues this time because I saw something that I didn't like, but I guess we'll see. Oh, I got the glare of death. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. I think we're going to have the owner of the Loons, but who knows? It's going to be a toss-up. So thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next season.
Bye, guys.
They're going to love you. You're so lovable.